Do you know what this is? It's a gavel. A gavel is used by a judge in court to get people's attention. Do you know what a judge is? A judge is a person who decides what is fair. They know what the laws are and decide if people have obeyed or disobeyed. Did you know that there were judges in the Bible? Judges in Bible times were a little different than judges today, but they still had very important work. Let's hear a Bible story about a woman named Deborah. She was a judge who wanted to obey God. The Israelites disobeyed God. Because they disobeyed, God allowed them to be ruled by King Jabin. King Jabin was unkind, and his army was very strong. It was led by a man named Sisera. Deborah was a judge of the Israelites. She helped the people understand God's laws. Each day, Deborah sat under a palm tree and held court. The people came to her for help. One day, Deborah called for a man named Barak and gave him a message. Deborah said that God had commanded Barak to take an army of 10,000 men to fight against Sisera and his army. Deborah said that God would help Barak win the battle. Barak said to her, "If you will go with me, I will go. But if you will not go with me, I will not go." "I will gladly go with you," she said. Barak gathered 10,000 men and went with Deborah to Mount Tabor. When Sisera heard that Barak and his men were on top of the mountain, Sisera gathered his army to face the Israelites. Then Deborah said to Barak, "Go, this is the day God has handed Sisera over to you." So Barak came down from Mount Tabor with 10,000 men following him. As Barak and his men marched down the mountain, God confused Sisera and his army. That day, God gave the Israelites victory over their enemies. The Israelites defeated King Jabin and his men. Deborah obeyed God. She told God's message to Barak and went with him as he fought against King Jabin's army. Deborah knew that God would do what he said he would do. With God's help, the Israelites won the battle. People obey God when they do what God says to do. The Bible tells us how to do what is right. The Bible teaches us about Jesus and the things that he did. Jesus always does what is right. God helps me do what he says. I can pray to him when I'm not sure what to do, and I can hear Bible stories about Jesus. Each of us can choose to obey God. His ways are always best. Thanks for visiting me today. I had fun telling you about Deborah and Barak. Come back soon to hear another Bible story.